Today I'm out here in Potlach, Idaho, live and in charge here. And today we're gonna check out Potlach here. They've got a lot of cool stuff just right in this little area here where I'm at right now. Anyways, let me flip it around and show you guys a little bit of Potlach here, and we'll go take a look at some cool stuff like what's behind me there. So let's go ahead and check it out. Here's the main drag of Potlach, and we got this humongous building across the street there. My guess is it probably used to be like an apple orchard warehouse or something. Looks pretty large. Might have actually been a hotel. I'm not sure. But that's one of the cool things here. The really cool thing is the Potlach Depot here. Of course, we can't go inside because we're too late, of course. The depot closes at 4. But it's pretty cool. This is the museum here, the railroad museum. As you can see, they've got a lot of cool stuff here. I do believe that they do railroad excursions from here too. There's going to be it looks like a lot of events going on here. It's like Return to Riverside Music Festival. They've got a whole bunch of different stuff. They've actually got a car show going on up the road from here. I don't know if it's still going on or not. It is kind of late in the afternoon, but there's a baseball game going on down here at the other end. There's some really cool trains down here we'll take a look at, but first of all, I think we'll wander up close to the depot here and take a look at it. It's pretty neat. The Potlach Depot here is also a train museum, and Bennett Lumber, I believe, uses this because they're still moving lumber out of here. You get a little bit closer, you can actually see the rail car here. The Thrall door car, built in Chicago Heights, Illinois. Built in 1971 by the numbers on there. 4,397 cubic feet. Is that how much this weighs there? 25K? Oh, capacity is 141,000 pounds. Load limit is 142,400. The weight of the car itself is 77,600. Bennett Lumber, which is outside of, if we go up that way, up the road, Princeton, Idaho is like right outside of here. Pretty cool. They've got an old boxcar back here too, or an old caboose, I mean. They've actually got like a lumber car back here too. This is cool. I don't remember which railroad used to own this, but this is ran by the Washington, Idaho, and Montana Railroad now. And I believe that they run this line from Princeton through Potlatch and into, I think it's Palouse. Correct me if I'm wrong. Beautiful, beautiful depot. I'll get a little wider shot for you guys. See on the other side. Here's one of the lines here. That kind of dead ends. Unfortunately, with the depot closed, we can't really get any info about the lines and whatnot. I have to come back here when it's open one of these times. You see the front side of the depot there. Potlatch, elevation 2494. It looks like they've got a Pullman car here. It's the Abraham Lincoln business car. You can read a little bit about it. This was built by the Pullman Company in 1910. This is the nation's oldest operating railroad car and is listed on the National Historic Registry. Vandalism in or around this property is a federal offense. If you observe any graffiti, vandalism, damage, please contact local law enforcement. And they do have security cameras here. Of course, I would expect that. That is cool. Oh, this was a Denver and Rio Grande car. As you can see there on the door, that's the DNRGW. That's Denver and Rio Grande Western. I know a little bit about some railroad stuff. One of my many historical interests being trains. Beautiful box car, or beautiful business car. That is cool. There's a little bit more info here. Built in 1910 by the Pullman Company as DNRG coach number 895. Rebuilt in 1929 by the DNRGW Railroad as a business car, as Business Car 101. And then it was upgraded in 1984 to Amtrak standards as the Abraham Lincoln. Restored in 1996 by the Andrews family. You find more information at pullmancar.com. Pullman/car.com. Beautiful. You can see this was quite a depot here. They've got four tracks here. like a triple switch down there. That's kind of neat. This is so cool. Too bad we weren't here in time to go inside the depot. Beautiful depot. Oh, so here's the reason why that's called the Lincoln car. Robert T. Lincoln was president of the Pullman Company in 1910 when this car was built as one of the first modern heavyweight railroad cars. Using new technology, the 3-axle cast steel running gear, steel framing, concrete floor, hot and cold water, steam heat, electric lighting, and fans. The reserved mission-style interior and bronze fixtures express the refinement of the Golden Age railroads. The Denver and Rio Grande Western Railroad rebuilt the coach into Business Car 101 in 1929. It was used for 35 years by executives of the railroad for travel, lodging, and conveyed professionalism to potential customers and investors, the same as a corporate jet today. The antiquated car changed owners several times as it deteriorated towards being scrapped. In 1976, the Andrews family looked at restoring it for an office, but it was not until 1983, when the running gear was upgraded to Amtrak standards, that the 90-ton car was able to once again travel and currently serves as the business car for Columbia Rail. As the nation's oldest operating railroad car, the Abraham Lincoln is on the National Historic Registry of Historic Places to represent the best in engineering and the refinement of rail travel, enjoyed more than a century ago and today. For our special guests, welcome aboard the Abraham Lincoln. Cool. So they must let you go on this thing when the depot is open. That'd be cool to see. Might have to come back here for that. For sure. Hey, I got a speeder over here. That's cool. I really want to go down there next because there's some really old engines down here. There's also a steam engine in this park down yonder. That was really neat. But let's take a look at this track, man. You guys can kind of see a peek at some of the car or the engines down there. But there's a cool one down there. Really cool one. I'm really excited to see it. I've only seen like two F9s like ever. So one was at the railroad depot in Reardon. But this is a really cool place. We'll explore the whole entire town, get you guys a good layout here. I was wondering if I was gonna have good reception today to do this, which I'm really thrilled that they have 5G here, which is nice. So we've got enough to do a live video today. So I'll get back in the car here and we'll head down the road and check out these engines down yonder. Hi, can you help me out? So the WI&M depot is open Friday and Saturday 10 to 4. So have to come back one of these weekends and do this again and see what other cool things are here at the depot. All right. So they have the Harvest Foods here. They have a Coleman Oil gas station. There is a kind of a small community, but it's got some things here. We're about 17 miles from Moscow, 50 miles from Lewiston. And I want to get down into this park. The car show must have been down here at the park, but I don't see any cars. Check that out. Old wagon. Hey, they got some old structures here in the park. Check that out, guys. We'll get a closer look at it here. I'm going to find a place to park. All right. You gonna come or?
No, I'll stay here.
Okay. All right, guys. Okay. All right, so let's go over here and check out these trains. The Minnesota Zephyr. That is cool. An old F9. Like I was saying, I've only ever seen, I think this is like the second one I've ever seen. But I've always really liked this design of engine. got some rust on her. She's been well used for sure. Really cool. It says RPCX 804. If any of you guys know how to look that stuff up, let me know. Let me know the story on this guy. I'm sure if somebody here in Potlatch sees this video, be sure to let me know, because I am definitely interested. It's like where the Minnesota Zephyr is. It's like, looks like a stainless steel sheet that they have on the side of it. That's neat. And of course, you come up here and you got this signature, the rounded nose on these guys. That's the cool part. If I could find some info, maybe on the other side of the train, that might help us figure out what year this was made. This one looks like it was a Montana Rail Link car, or Rail Link engine. 4439. It looks like it's been relabeled a few times. You got NIWX 2204 over here, which looks like the color scheme of, what is it called? One of the ones over on the East Coast. But I've seen them over here a few times. And of course, there's no information on them, at least on this side, to help us know what era these engines are. I'm not sure. This one is definitely different. Let me know what models these are, if you know. We'll go down and look on the other side. Really cool though. As you guys can see by the weather here, it's a little bit smoky. Not terrible. It was looking like, when I drove down this way, it was looking like it was going to be pretty smoky, but then you get here and it actually looks pretty nice. So, and it's not terribly hot either, so I'm very surprised. The running gear looks like it's been worked on. It's a little bit shinier than the rest of the engine. Beautiful F9 though. Yeah, there's no There's no dates to help us with these guys. But if anybody knows, there's a site to look this stuff up, and I'm sure if any of you know that site, help me out, look it up for me. If not, then I will try to do it when I get home and let you guys know in the comments of the video. Pretty cool stuff though. Check this out. There's a box car, like a really old box car down here, along with some farm implements. That's neat. I wonder if there's a way to get a little closer to it. That's an old box car because it's solid wood. All the paint's faded off of this, so you can't really tell any discernible markings. Wow. That is cool though. I don't know if my chat's working. I can't see if any of you guys are chatting me up. So I apologize if I'm not responding to you, because I'm not seeing it on my end right now. So yeah, let me know if you're just not this looks a little sketch. It's a little rusted out. I think I will not walk on that. I found the skeeter hole. The skeeters are saying hi to me. Dang skeeters. All right. Looks like a nice little walking path here. It goes throughout this RV park. Pretty neat. Lights are still on. So we'll go across here and look at this building. It's got some historical info on it. But here's kind of a better shot of the RV park. See, it's quite a large park here. Looks like it's got 22 spaces. The Scenic 6 Historical Park. The 6 being Highway 6 out here. Oh, that was a drop off. All right. So, reading the little stuff here. Potlach, Idaho was built as a company town. Until the 1950s, all the land and buildings within were owned by the Potlach Lumber Company. And there's kind of a shot of the Potlach mill from 1905 to 1981. The two on-site log ponds could hold almost 20 million feet of logs. Wow. Hand-stacked lumber, often 20 feet high, fresh off the green chain. Development on a gigantic scale will begin at once. Republic headline, April 12, 1905. Potlatch Lumber Company's officers here. C.A. Weyerhaeuser was the president. He was from Little Falls, Minnesota. Henry Turish, vice president, from Duluth, Minnesota. R.D. Musser, from Little Falls, Minnesota. F.S. Bell, Winona, Minnesota. W.M. Deary, he was the general manager here in Potlatch. A.W. Laird, assistant general manager here in Potlatch. And the directors were all of those people that I just listed out there. They did white pine, western pine, and larch. The engine room at the Potlatch Company here. This twin engine coreless engine and flywheel still exists today. These guys are known as river rats and pond monkeys. These individuals face the perils of balancing on floating, spinning logs, whether it be maneuvering down the river or moving logs through the mill pond. These men were part of a tough breed that populated the workforce of the Potlatch Company. This looks to be depot-ish here also, along with the other depot down there. I don't know if did they actually have two depots, or was this like a company building? There isn't really any information on this building, just general information there. Let me know if you know. This is cool. Potlatch area, 100 years of progress. 1890 to 1990. John Milbert. So that's mining. And the wheat farming. And then lumber. And here is steam engine number 1 of the Washington, Idaho, and Montana Railroad. There's one of the... I wonder if that's the actual coreless engine there they were talking about on the board. That's cool. It is some sort of engine here. Unfortunately, it does not have any placard or anything to figure out what it actually what it actually is. Again, I know I've said this multiple times, but if anybody knows, let me know. Beautiful WINM old steam engine. These things are just deceptively huge. This was a 260. Or no, 460. It's got four wheels in the front and then the 3 sets of driving wheels. Wow, this is so cool. Still got a tag up here. American Locomotive Company, Schenectady Works in over there in Massachusetts. This one. I don't know what the thing above it says. This was American Locomotive Company 4684. Wow, there was wood used on this. You can see the wood there in front. Okay, American Locomotive Company, 1906. So this was built in 1906. You can see there where it says number 1. It's got the date on it. Wow. This would be cool if they were able to restore this to running condition, have one of these out here. This would be like I think the only one in this area. Humongous boiler, man, that is huge. Would have been cool to hear this back in its heyday. It's June 1906. I can read the label on this side. Wow. I mean, this thing, you'd have to do a little bit of work on it to get it to look a little bit better. Or it probably need a lot of work to get it to back to working order. Just looking at the rust that's everywhere. Doesn't look terrible though. I mean, there's some things that have quite a bit of rust like that. This little thing here. I'm not sure what that's called. I think it's the piston. I think that's the piston thing that drives the wheels there. That looks like it would need some work. Man. That is so cool, guys. And I wonder, is this still coal bunker? Or is this an oil? Can't tell if it's been converted or not. I don't see any lines coming out from underneath it there going into the engine. So maybe that's still coal. Boy, this is so cool. One of my favorite things to look at is freaking trains, man. Especially steam engines. Dude, this is so cool. So here's the park here. This must have been where they had all the cars, the car show here. Of course, we were late, so we didn't get to see anything. I'm interested in this little building here. It's even got an outhouse behind it still. That's cool. Oh, there's a disc golf. This is also a disc golf course. They put Christmas lights up on the roof of this. It's got some stuff in here. Probably got it. It looks more like a storage area than anything else now. Be neat if there was some sort of information. Beautiful. She's slightly leaning. It's got an actual, sitting on an actual foundation. That's cool. And of course, the outhouse. Sometimes a guy's got to go poop. Awesome. This is cool, guys. Let's go look at this this wagon. And then we will venture through town and see what's up in town. There's a plant sale and they're having 75% off. I don't know where the plants are. Man, that's a beautiful wagon. You're able to steer the wagon too. That's cool. Wow. Henry's Wagon Works. Victory Ranch, established 1978, Potlach, Idaho. Victor and Carolyn Haney. I guess it's Haney. It's Haney's Wagon Works. My bad. Beautiful wagon. This was meticulously restored. Wow. Man, this was just such a cool little place too. Too bad I'm not here in the wintertime, man. This looks like they decked this place out. They've got Christmas lights all over the trees still. This is really cool park they got here. Oh, I forgot to look at this too. We kind of wandered towards the building without looking at that. There's just a small steam donkey right here. That's cool. Look, it's still got the gauges too. Syracuse, New York. Wow. Ah, dang, guys, this is a lot of cool stuff, man. And I'm enjoying this. They've got a little rose garden over here. Collection of old roses established 2013. Donated by the Landis family. Man, the sun's starting to set. What time is it? 8:30. Man, that is cool. Don't go away because we're going to go downtown. I haven't actually been downtown here. I've just kind of driven through here. And the railroad caught my attention the first time that I came here, which was probably about 5 years ago. Right when I first started YouTube. I did do some old footage of this. I never released it, but that was a long time ago, back when I had fewer gray hair. This cool park here. Didn't even really know it existed. Glad I saw it out of the corner of my eye when I was heading to the rail station over there. And I was like, what? I need to come back over here. Heading back to the car now. And we'll head downtown and we'll check out and see what's actually down here. Because I've only driven through the center. So I'm not sure what's over here, so watch what I'm doing. All right. Can you help me out? Man, I just can't stop thinking about this part. It's pretty cool. Alright, now we're going to venture downtown. And we'll see what's actually down here. Okay. There's another engine. I think that's the actual engine that they use there. Check it out. If you're curious, the gas price here is $3.99, which is amazing. Sawmill, it said on the sign that it was the biggest sawmill in the world at one point. Don't worry, we'll do a U-turn here and come back down. Look at that telephone booth. Looks like the one from Doctor Who. I believe this is the edge of town here. We'll turn around. So we go this way. Bennett's Sawmill is up this road a little ways from here. All right. See anybody? I think I'm running out of juice here with the the window washer. Lots of bugs. Tell you what. There's the school down there. That looks like it might have been an old building, but that thing is huge. Look at that. 12 houses here. There's Potlatch and City Hall right there. Again, we'll do a U-turn here. They've got a food pantry. Sometimes it's a good idea to explore up the road a little ways, because you never know what you might find. You know, little like pond area down there. We're in the residential area now, so we'll make a U-turn here. Let the hill do the job for me. Cute little town. Wow, the sunset is freaking magnificent. Of course, you guys are pointed the exact wrong way to see it. I think we'll park over here and we'll kind of walk a little bit, because this building over here is humongous. That is a giant town hall building. Cool. Okay. Look at that. Okay. That's pretty cool for the City Hall building. Then there's like the top of this shed that we saw from down below at the depot there. And then you guys could see like the very top of the railroad line off of there from a little higher vantage point. Yeah, it's kind of a cool building, and it looks like this is like an upper entrance to it. It's dug into the hillside here, and it goes like down below there, and that's like a good probably 20-foot, 30-foot drop there. As you can see, the side of the, I just saw this, caught my attention. Like looking at the side of the City Hall building here, it's brick down low, and then it's just like siding up above it. Pretty neat. That heated storage looks like an old corral building. Lock and load heated storage. There's a little like pocket store building here. Whole bunch of little stores, a mini mall, I guess. I guess that's what it's called, a pocket store, Dave. You can coin that term, pocket store. Oh wow, I never got to actually see the very front of that building there. I've always seen the side. I've always been driving, so I never get to see these things here. Check that out. That is neat. Here's the front side of the City Hall. Beautiful City Hall. Wow. I still just can't get over this building here. Again, if anybody knows, put it in the comments. I'm not going to be able to see it in the live chat because for some reason my live chat's not working again. So I apologize if any of you have sent messages and I haven't responded to them. It says there was a wedding this way. Beautiful little town square here. No. They had a pop-up rummage sale here. The music is coming from the Wagon Wheel Bar and Grill. Looks like they have like a live band here. And they were just singing Alan Jackson. Got my attention. This was the Potlach Medical Dental Clinic. I don't know if it might still be that. I guess it does say on the sign. Wow, this is a cool building. Look at the, it's not very, I guess it is kind of wide and long. That is cool. This is the Red Fur Coffee House and Boutique. Looks like it's got some old stuff in there. Might be a cute, quaint place. Wow. Of course, looks like there's a gun place here. All right. We can walk on the other side of the street, get a better look at this building. So we can walk across. Right next to Potlach's veterinary clinic. Really cool building. Unfortunately, they don't have the dates on these to tell you when it was built. But I'm sure this is probably early 1900s or something around there. But pretty cool.
Hey.
Taylor, what are you doing here, girlfriend? I couldn't wear my...
Yeah, I don't blame you.
This is a really cool little small town. I tell you what. This is Cody Joe's Wagon Wheel. And then we've got the pharmacy here. We can walk down here and get a little bit closer view of this building. Dude, that is enormous. Just kind of looking through some of those windows. It's three floors. Like, enormously long building. Again, if anybody knows what this used to be, let me know, because I'm definitely interested. Well, guys, I think that's going to do it for me here in Potlach, Idaho. And I hope you enjoyed our look at it. And I hope it inspired you to get out here and do some adventuring. And I hope that you are having a great weekend. And my friends, as always, go ahead and smash that like button for me. Share us with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe right here to the channel. We're getting We're getting ever so close to 1,000 subscribers. And as always, I appreciate every single one of you for supporting me along this journey, my friends. So awesome. Just adventuring around and exploring cool history with you guys. And as always, my friends, adventure on. And I'll see you somewhere out here in the next one. Take care. We'll see you all later.